Alright, so you know me, as I expand my bag, right? As I expand the bag of verses I cover on my channel, every once in a while, I run into a character that just does too much goon stuff for me to pass up on an individual video for. That occurred today. This occurred with my research on Unicron. I will be covering the goon stuff he does in the 2018 IDW run Transformers Unicron, how strong he is in this run, as it is stated in the author notes that this is considered like a new form of Unicron and that these Transformers hadn't faced him yet. So if you like videos like this, if you like characters from different verses like IDW scaled, if you like extremely powerful characters like Unicron, the Uncreator, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I don't really want to, waste too much time because this is going to be a lit video. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. It's going to be a goon title for sure. But let's get started on how strong was 2018 Unicron. Now, off rip, when we see him, he's larger than a planet. Optimus Prime and the homies he's with are unsure they can even make an impact on him, as it is prepping to consume a planet. Now, keep in mind, this same Optimus has dealt with threats to all of history, the multiverse, like stuff like that. And he's looking at this like, yo, I don't know what we're even going to do with this. He is considered a threat beyond all measure. Like I said, they've dealt with threats to literal history before, but Unicron is viewed as a threat beyond all measure. Transformers can't process him dipping, like him just leaving the scene, as stars literally go out all around them when he does. So like star systems fail every time he moves and dips, and he moves so fast they thought he was teleporting. They're like, damn, his big ass was teleporting. No, bitch, he's that fast. Unicron casually consumed a planet who stated to have a core which was, for one reason or another, almost altering the flow of time. So even like temporal manipulating powers, he consumes casually like a damn fruit cup. Every time Unicron attacks, it adds to his form and it increases his strength. So not just consumption fuels him and makes him stronger. Literally every time he hits your ass, every time he scraps, each strike empowers him. So he's only going to get stronger throughout the fight. He's not going to get weaker. The writer explains that, like I said before at the beginning, this is a new era, with this being the first Unicron encounter. This Unicron signals the end of the verse, supposedly. Obviously, things happen that save the verse, but he is supposed to be the end. Unicron is supposedly unstoppable and is considered death in the verse. Both Unicron and Primus predate the universe itself. Unicron is also referred to as the Uncreator of all things. Unicron has an unfathomable amount of manimal bots, or maximal. They look like robots and monsters for those not as familiar with Transformers. They're dope designs in the comics. And they're also in that trash-ass movie. Damn. Anyways, his army is not only outside of him in unfathomable numbers, but they exist inside of him as well to protect him, almost like germs. Optimus could not find a weakness inside of Unicron, and they got ran off the block by his internal defenses. Unicron is a threat graver to those present than even the gods themselves, and the Decepticons are using tech built by someone who once was a threat to destroy the entirety of the universe to face Unicron. Unicron, like I said, doesn't actually teleport. He's just so fast that even the FTL, MFTL characters, he looks like he's teleporting. A machine that is capable of reaching across the entirety of reality itself and erased a star system casually does not even change or alter Unicron one bit. By proxy, Unicron's inherently more powerful than a plot to rewrite all of history itself, as this is considered the greatest threat they've seen thus far. At this point in the story, he's 15 times the size of Cybertron. Physically, he's bullying most characters just because of his pure size. Like, his rate of growth is absurd. Unicron was beyond any of their power anyways before he even began consumption or power growth. So he was already like unquantifiably above them even before he started growing and gaining power. Unicron faces an army that was stated to be able to no-diff a galaxy, and this was nothing to him, and he casually like backhanded them. The fastest Cybertronian named Blur in history couldn't survive an onslaught from Unicron. If you want a video on Blur, let me know in the comment section down below. I thought he was very interesting in his brief encounter in this story, so I definitely will check up on him if y'all want me to. The universe is then stated to casually fall, but not just the universe, reality itself, which would include multiple timelines, multiple dimensions, even the microspace, macrospace, which are considered separate universes in on themselves. He's considered the unmaker of all this and the fall of all this if he is not prevented and stopped. Unicron is set forth to bring forth the end of existence and everything entirely. Unicron's heart is the supermassive black hole at the middle of the galaxy. It has tunnels in time, connected to every star system in the galaxy. Each time he attacks, he literally drains star systems. So he's not just draining a planet. If he scraps with you, star systems are dying because he's taking their power. It's disgusting. Unicron is also viewed as being able to bring true darkness or chaos to all of creation. Unicron's heart, according to Optimus Prime, is called the heart of, quote, everything, as Optimus is forced to dive into it in an effort to stop Unicron. Inside of the heart of Unicron exists the realm between life and death itself. Yes, the metaphysical realm between life and death, called infraspace. This literally exists inside his heart. You have to be able to contend with Unicron on a metaphysical, non-spatial level just to even have hopes of stopping him. So if you can't go beyond the physical and beyond, you know, what's limited to dimensions, you can't defeat his true form. You don't have a chance. Optimus had to become the conceptual being to represent all sparks throughout all of history, timeline, creation itself. Each one to ever exist, he becomes and merges with, and still was casually getting pimp slapped and backhanded by Unicron. Like, it was funny. Like, he by the way, beautiful art. He becomes this, you know, all spark being. Literally all the sparks are within him. And Unicron was like, don't care, bitch, get off me. Backhand. Bang. Immediately. He's crazy. Unicron's stupidly powerful. In the end, unfortunately, though, for fans of goons like myself, I wasn't a fan of this ending. My boy Unicron gets hit with the Talk No Jutsu from Allspark, heavenly-looking Optimus, who makes him realize the primal power of love is way better than the cycle of hate they've been involved in, and he Talk No Jutsus him, and just Unicron unmaking himself, stopping himself, was felt throughout all of creation and throughout history as he brought an end to himself. He wasn't beaten, he brought an end to himself. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you are a fan of IDW Verse, let me know in the comment section down below. You got to run up the likes on the video if you want more of the IDW Verse covered by me. It's definitely a dope verse, and I'm interested in covering it, but y'all got to show support. And I definitely enjoyed the Unicron run, and let me know who you want to see him go up against. I've considered Lord Draken. I've considered Galactus. Let me know who he should face. Anyways, it's been your boy YFV, and I will see y'all later. Peace.